Alright, so this Rod, aka Modest Media here, back again for 2013 to give you Dead in Hip Hop's top 5 hip hop albums of the year. Number 5, I got Denzel Curry, N64. Number 4, I have Big Crit, Can't Remember It in Time. Number 3, I have Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap.
Good job, B.
Yep, you were like acid good.
Alright, let me go again.
Good ass acid.
Number two, Logic, Welcome to Forever. And number one,
you gotta be certain of your number one.
My number one, hands down, it's not even close for me, Childish Gambino, because the internet. 30, what's your top 5 of the year?
Number 5 is Clear Soul Forces Gold PP7. Yeah, number 4 is Rock Marciano Empire Strikes Back. Number 3 is Odyssey Tangible Dream. Number 2, Run the Jewels. Number 1, 8 Miles to Monarch, Tall Black Guy.
Oh, that's what's up. It's an instrumental track. Yeah. Alright. Ken.
Yeah.
He said Ken. What's your top 5?
Number 5, R.A. the Rugged Man, Legends Never Die. Number 4, Czarface. Number 3, Jean Grey, Gotham Down. And number 2, Run the Jewels. And number 1, Project of the Year is Esquire Kismet.
I think I got these memorized. I don't think I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. Okay. I know. All right, so number 5 was, you know what? I don't. Number 5 was R.A. the Rugged Man, Legends Never Die. My number 4 project was Brother Ali, Left in the Deck. My number 3 project was Cage Kill the Architect. Number 2,
I just had to clear my throat.
oh, I thought you were laughing. What's funny? What's funny?
I just had to clear my throat.
Number 2 was Childish Gambino, because the internet. And my number 1 project, I don't think is any surprise whatsoever, and that is Run the Jewels. Easy.
So I guess I gotta do it too.
Talk about us going long. Watch this.
For real, yeah.
I'm not gonna go long.
We gonna hear it on the
He still didn't know what his 5 was. He sure was like, I think I do.
Start calling him Obama.
I mean, you know.
Number 5 is.
Oh, gosh.
I'm gonna try to.
It's easy for y'all.
It's true. Alright, let me see. Alright, so my top 5.
So the battery
Don't
going
worry.
I started rubbing the head, so I had to laugh.
Y'all don't know me, man. Alright, so my top 5 is, okay, number 5 is Rock Marciano, Marcy Buckley. Number 4 is, what was number 4? Oh crap, what was number 4? Number 4 was, number 4 was Killer Mike LP, Run the Jewels. Number 3 was Drake, Nothing Was the Same. Number 2 was Kismet, Mr. Motherfucking Esquire Kismet. Number 1 is Clear Soul Forces Gold PP7s. Gold PP7s, Clear Soul Forces.
No love for Jay?
I know, right? We're gonna start.
I guess we start right now.
No love for Jay.
Alright, so no love for Jay. Okay, I knew that was gonna be like the first question. I'm not gonna say no love for Jay. If I had to put him in my top 5, he wouldn't make it. Top 10, yeah, Martin the Carter Holy Grail probably would have been my top 10. But kind of like what B was saying in the review, man, it's like a watered down Jay. It's like a Jordan Wizards, you know what I'm saying? I think it just came off that I just love this album so much because it was like I was the only one kind of defending it with the exception of FIFO, but it's not like this is like, I wouldn't even put this top 5 in my Jay album, you know what I'm saying? This would probably be very low on my top 10 Jay albums, so I can't put that in my top 5 of the year, you know what I'm saying? So that was the whole reason that Magna Carta didn't make it in my top 5.
I know you got something.
What you want to add?
Go ahead.
But if you want to see where Magna Carta Holy Grails ranks with all of Jay-Z's albums, check the site. This one right here.
What was your number 1?
Tall black guy.
Tall black
Tall
guy.
black
I think it's the
guy.
instrumental joint, right?
And you said Gold PP7s was number one for you.
Gold PP7 was actually number one for me.
Why was it number one for you?
I've been, like I said, I've been up on Clear Soul Forces from the start. You know, I wouldn't say from the start because I think they had some stuff before with Departure.
Yeah.
And this is like the first Detroit group I put him on to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I just like the fact that these guys are so on point with their lyrics. I love the concept behind the album, behind that Gold PP7's album. And I just can play it anytime, man. I could play it. I mean, those guys are very talented, man. It's just a solid album to me. It's just a solid album to me.
I enjoyed it like that. I enjoyed it like that. So I understand. It was just interesting for it to be all the way number one. That's unexpected.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Coming from you,
sure.
at least for
yeah,
me.
I guess people, nobody never realized how much I really like Clear Soul Forces because I'm never on the reviews. You never even heard me say anything about them. But yeah, I really like those guys, man, for real. Yeah. What else? You have more questions about my top five?
No.
Top five was it? What was your number one?
Esquire.
What was your number two?
Esquire. Run the Jewels.
Esquire number one?
Yeah.
Like is that feeling like that nigga that it pushed it that far for you?
Yeah,
I feel
the
you.
whole project, man.
I think it's interesting to know if Kismet was lower on your list at mid-year and why it pushed it all the way to number one now. Because I don't think it was number one then.
I think you had Czarface.
Yeah, Czarface.
Yeah, because that's you got him.
Yeah, Czarface.
So where's Czarface at now?
Czarface is now number four.
Four?
Yeah.
So it moved down.
So what in the time since then till now?
Nah, I just really love this project. Like when I put it back on and listened to it again when I was going through my top five, like this is one that I could put on at any given time. Like 20 years from now, I could put on this album and still get that same feeling. Not saying that that's not the case with any of the other ones, but when I had to decide between what is my favorite number one album of the year, this would be the one because this is the one that Esquire really just became that dude.
Man, it was like
it was just all the way
because
around
you didn't
solid.
like his initial.
I didn't like Lost in Translation was cool, but
Yeah.
I think the issues that I had, not issues, but when my thing with Esquire was where does he fit in, like
Right.
in hip hop, and that was really kind of the whole basis of my whole discussion at that time.
Like
But,
I said,
but this was him over original production.
Right.
You can hear him as an artist and how creative he is, how he can actually write song stories, and he did Cherry Raindrops and Vanilla Rainbows, and how he put those back to back, and then on Vanilla Rainbows he referenced back to Cherry Raindrops, and you still kind of picking up stuff from the album when you listen to it. It's just
it's like grimy
dope,
and smooth
man.
at the same time.
yeah, it's
I
like
think
a soulful, sinister album to me.
Yeah, and did you see that he re-released that? He had like a whole bunch of other tracks to it.
Nah, I
it's
didn't
called
see
like
that.
the Blue version.
Oh yeah. I did see that. Yeah.
Like I said, that's on my number two, man. That Kismet, man.
See, that's funny. It was actually the opposite for me. That ended up getting pushed out of my top five. I think that was in my top three. I think if I remember correctly, if it was in my list, I think it was relatively towards the top then. But just other projects knocked it out. Like that RA. The more I listened to it, that RA knocked it out.
Yeah.
I think I just got more into like mood albums. So like, the Cage album knocked it out because it was such a mood setting album. Gambino easily knocked it out.
Yeah.
And shit, Brother Ali was gonna knock it out anyway.
That was really good. I finally had a chance. to
Man,
listen
that
to it.
project is amazing. And that's actually one of the most underrated, under talked about projects this year, I think, man. Like no one talks about that. I think just because it was a free mixtape that no one really promoted, but that's
And you
definitely
reviewed that one, right?
It was because of
I reviewed it on my channel, and yeah, it's a fantastic project, man. Like it's definitely like up there, like on par with Morning in America, I think, for being a free throwaway project.
What about Ill Bill Grammy Awards? What did you
Grammy Awards got knocked out. That got knocked out when I heard that Cage album. Grammy Awards was up there,
Yeah.
and so was Young Fathers, but most of those projects got pushed out when Gambino came around and when Cage came around.
So Young Fathers was the take two, right? Yeah.
I got one more question about
Yeah,
your
that's
top
good.
five.
That's good.
Marcy Boku.
Columbo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is that on your top five? What do you like about that project?
Glad you asked me that question. So I originally was gonna put Empire Strikes Back as 5, but then when Marcy Boku, like it just released, so that's why it's actually in my top 5. It probably would have got pushed up if I had enough time some more time to sit with it. But the thing about, I won't even just talk about that album in particular. I'll just tell you the thing about Rock Marciano. Like, I've been sleeping on this dude for however long he's been out. Like, I had no clue that I would like this guy this much, man. It's just something about the way he rhymes. It's like a mixture of like a hood guy and somebody just talking like some pimp stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's like stuff that I grew up hearing. Like, guys like him is like stuff I grew up around, like when I heard him in the hood and stuff. And it's just like, man, I feel like this dude is talking straight to me. And it's not even like he's rhyming, it's like he's talking when he rhymes. And I love that, man. I love that about him. And I love the features that he have on here, from Action Bronzes to Knowledge to
Freeway kills it too.
Freeway kills it. It's just a smooth project, man. Like I said, if it would have came out a little early, I think this would have been bumped up to at least 3.
The reason why I asked is because when I listened to it, I like Rock. I didn't like his production.
That's the part that I love.
The production held it back for me.
Oh,
so that's
man.
the reason why I was
I
like,
love the production on that joint.
Can't.
I love it. It opens up crazy, dog. Like, to me,
I couldn't get
That was actually like, if I didn't want to say 6th album, but like when I said Pimp, I just threw that out there. It was like Pimpire and Mercy Be Cool for number 4. Like, it was like they both could have been together.
Yeah.
They came out so close together. You can swap out Pimpire Strike Back and throw in Mercy Be Cool as well for my list. So it's like either or, both of those projects. If I could have put both of them in my top 5.
Yeah.
Well, what about Denzel Curry, Ralph? Because I haven't heard the project, so.
Man, like I was just saying, I got acquainted with it, in the last couple weeks. Like, I really started bumping it hard, and the reason I was just trying to see what our mid-year top 5 was, just so we can see. I don't think this is it though. But anyway, Denzel Curry, man, I got acquainted with it, and the reason why I like it, first and foremost, these guys are from Carroll City. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I grew up in Miami, primarily. And like in Little Haiti, and like my high school was like the neighboring high school to Carroll City. So a lot of the stuff he was talking about, a lot of the verbiage, you know what I'm saying? Like every region has like certain words. Like the first one that I picked up on that he said in there was jit. And that's what we used to use to shorty. Oh, so you used it in Pensacola too? Yeah, so it's a Florida thing, So just the verbiage, and yeah, jit, a little shorty.
That's not how we said it.
But it's not how we said it, but it's the word.
He just mixed it in with like Atlanta slang.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Florida's way different.
Right there, shop. You didn't say shop.
Nah. But and it's like a ratchet hood mixtape, but he does it well. I like the way he flows. You know what I'm saying? The main reason why I put it in my top 5, because like the catchphrase "bumping the whip," that's the hardest bumping mixtape that I've heard all year.
What did it land in your top 5 again?
It was number 5.
It was number 5.
Oh, okay.
You heard it though, right?
Yeah, I heard it. I actually like it too. It's cool.
Yeah, it's just the way it hits. Just the beats is crazy. It's crazy. And like the song Threats, we don't respond kindly to threats. You know what I'm saying? Like just how he goes in, man, is that trap hood stuff, but I just love the fact of how he can flow. He can rap. He can rap his ass off, so I like that. And at the same time, like, I put one Chicago artist in my top 5, and I put one Miami artist.
Chicago was it not?
Chance.
Oh, Chance. Okay.
Yeah.
Knowledge was in your original.
Yeah, in my mid-year, he was in my. So
I'm surprised Crit was low in your 5.
You know what it was, man? This is what it was. The more I listened to it, the more the features held it back for me.
Yeah, same thing with me.
The features held it back for me, man. But what kept it in my top 5 were songs like What the Fuck We Gonna Do Now? Oh my god, like that. Crit, Serve Your Royalty, Banana Clip, you know what I'm saying? Shine. So he has so many other ones that I'm like, it can't come on my top 5.
What made Trump music get out your top 5?
Was that his top 5?
Yeah. Mid-year. That was in your mid-year.
I forgot that came out this year.
Yeah.
I did too.
What made that knock out? I know you love it.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking. I'm in my brain right now. I'm just thinking.
You forgot about
Denzel Curry.
Yeah, I did forget about it, and just Denzel Curry most likely just knocked it out, because Denzel Curry is the project over all of these that I could put in the car when I just. You know what I'm saying? When I want to do this right here, I just put that in there, man. It just knocks. So I had to put it on there. Like, I can't say shit bumping the whip and I don't put a damn project that, you know what I'm saying, really just knocks. So I had to put it on there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, it didn't stay. It just didn't stay. I didn't have enough firepower on it for me.
Dang, what was in yours again?
Oh, mine?
Yeah, yours.
R.A., Brother Ali, Cage, Childish Gambino, and Run the Jewels.
What did R.A. fall?
5.
What?
R.A. fall at
R.A. was 5. R.A. was 5.
They both had him at 5.
I thought
Yeah.
you had him as number
Well,
1.
in the mid-year. The mid-year was
All those other albums
projects,
above it
yeah.
hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, so all those other ones you.
I just hadn't heard yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.A. came in 5, Brother Ali came in 4, Cage was 3, Gambino was 2, and Run the Jewels was 1.
Yeah.
You know the fans gonna ask why Death Grip's not in your 5.
No, they're not, because I reviewed it. They know why it's not in my top 5.
I'm just saying,
That
you know
project.
you're gonna see somebody like,
No one's gonna ask you
surprised
that. If you're surprised, you're an idiot, because or you clearly didn't watch my review.
Yeah, so watch the review on Mike's channel.
I will.
Channel, yeah.
Because easily, that's my biggest disappointment. That Death Grips project was easily my biggest disappointment of the entire year. Not saying it was the worst project of the entire year, because it was far from that. It was just my biggest disappointment, because I thought it was going to be good, and it was lackluster.
Like this year was pretty hard. I think there was a lot of projects that I think under other circumstances probably could have made it. Like Pusha T was really good for me. You know what I'm saying? That was one I was considering. That I considered. Vic Mensa, I really had to consider, because I've gone back and I like it, man. I don't think that it, like on the review it came out that way, but I liked it. I really liked it.
You know what though? You're saying it's hard to put this. It was hard for me too, only because I don't think everyone thinks this is like an amazing year for hip hop. I still don't really think that. Like I was considering doing a top 10 just from my channel, but I don't even have 10. Like the projects that I put on my top 5 this year earlier was only because like there really wasn't that much good stuff this year. Like Pusha T's project was great, but did it give me a feeling of I'm gonna come back to this in 10 years? No. You know, any project we reviewed that I really liked this year, it didn't make it to where I was gonna want to come back to this.
Calypso Horses.
I don't feel myself coming back to that.
And I think sometimes people think that you know, you give an album a positive review or you rave about it, and they think that it automatically would be up for consideration for a top list, and that's not really. It's not how it works. Sometimes you're really just grading that album for what it is at that particular moment in time.
Yeah,
like
the
this
project is recorded well and it's laid out well and it's done well, but that doesn't mean it's gonna resonate with you well.
Right.
You know, by the end of the year. Some of these projects, I enjoyed them. I thought they were made well, like Earl's Doris. I thought that was an amazing project, but the reason it didn't make my top 5 is because when I throw it on, I'm like, yeah, this is a dope hip hop album. But I don't feel myself like walking into work thinking about that project. I don't go to bed and have those
Like
songs
Ghostface.
pop into my head. Like people will get upset and be like, yeah, Doris is better than this album and Doris is better than that album. Sure, it probably is better than that album, but it's not my favorite project. It didn't make me feel the same thing as the Brother Ali project. I think about those songs all the time. Lines that he says on that mixtape pop in my head all the time. Doris, doesn't do that.
I guess it's the same way.
Black guy.
Yeah,
It's
I'm saying,
like I'll be thinking about a certain track. I gotta play that today. I gotta play it today.
it wasn't that hard really for me to put together this list.
It was kind of hard for me.
I was kind of really set.
I was set too.
It was hard for me, man, because like Dizzy, I thought, you know, that project almost made my top 5, but it was just like I felt in the review, it was just too long, man. But I go back to it and I definitely play my favorite songs off of it. It's just way too long, so I couldn't put it in my top 5. But Audio Push, I go back and I bump Audio Push hard. I considered that in my top 5.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. I really did.
Flatbush Zombies, anybody?
I consider Flatbush.
Didn't even become a thought at all.
But I still like it. I mean, it's not saying we didn't like it, but it was just like
I consider that one.
Yeah, we loved it.
Tyler, didn't that drop this year?
That didn't even come in the.
Totally forgot it came out.
I love the project still, but
But it's not top 5 worthy.
I got one more question about your list, right? Drake, man. Number 3?
You left them all.
I wasn't gonna talk about that.
Drake, number 3.
I like Drake.
No, I like Drake too, but number 3 though?
Yeah, number 3.
You surprised?
Yeah, like
Sophie ain't buying it, man.
oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm not like when it comes to Drake, I have a little different opinion. I like Drake, man. I like Drake created a lane for himself, and he holds the crown for it. No one is able to take it from him.
Lingerie lane.
Hey,
He's dominating.
hate him or love him, you know, clown him or whatever, man. But he's dominating that lane. I mean, the dude makes exactly what he wants to make, and he don't care what anybody has to say about it. I really don't think he makes it.
He does. He
cares about Kendrick.
No.
He's
So
been
you
crying all year.
So why would he still make that music if he
Because
cared
it's making him money.
Yeah.
He's not gonna turn away money.
But my thing
He's
is
been
still
bitching
made
and
it.
crying all year.
My thing is he still made it.
Yeah, because it makes him money.
From the album cover to whatever he's doing, he doesn't care in the sense of like he's gonna still put it out.
He cares.
Yeah,
He cares about dollars.
As a man, okay,
That's
as
all.
a man or whatever, or as a person, you're gonna care about what somebody says about you. Of course, that's just common nature. I mean, if somebody say something about you, you're gonna take to that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not gonna stop you from still doing what you want to do.
That's what I'm saying. He cares.
So I respect Drake for that.
He gets the album or the award of the year for the biggest crybaby. He's been crying all year. Why y'all talk about me? Why y'all be acting like I'm not hard? Why y'all think I'm soft? Why y'all think I'm a punk?
But what does
Cause you act like it.
what does that have to do with the album?
Nothing. I didn't say anything about his album.
okay.
You said he doesn't care.
No,
that's
I'm
what I
saying
took exception
He
to.
doesn't care to the point where he'll still put out that music. He may know he's gonna get backlash for the stuff that he does, but he obviously doesn't care to the point that he just doesn't make that music at all.
No, I feel like if he didn't care, he wouldn't say
He
anything.
had some things to say about it in the music on that album.
And that's
So
fine.
He did care publicly, and then he cared actually on the album because he had some things to say about it.
Right, he said some things about it, but he still made it the way he wanted to make
No,
it.
I feel you. Yeah,
It's still
look,
talking
I would
about
if
it,
I'm making
yeah.
that much money, I would do it too.
I wouldn't change
I've been there singing my ass off.
Hey,
Pull out some Teddy.
I just think at the end of the day, man, the dude just goes in there and does what he wants to do, and I can respect that. And it sounds good to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't always need like the Rock Marcianos or
singing like Jodeci.
the Killer Mikes. Like I can if I want a Killer Mike or LP, I go get Killer Mike and LP. If I want to hear some music that
Remember?
I mean, if I want to play something I can play, you know, put on something I can play with my girl in the car. That's I'm gonna put on Drake. I'm gonna put on Drake, man. It's soft.
Wait, what?
It's soft. It's soft.
Okay, no, I respect you for admitting that.
Yeah, it's soft. I'm not
Because
saying
most fans don't admit that.
Oh,
They're
no.
just like, no, he ain't soft. What you mean he ain't soft? Okay, all
I'm
right.
not, all right, listen. Let me back up a little.
No,
bit.
no,
I'm not
leave
a
it. Don't
fan,
change it.
I'm not like a fan of Drake like that. I just like his music. It's just like it's different. It's like
You're
I
not a
wouldn't go
stan,
to
you're a
it.
fan.
No,
There's a difference. You're not a stan, you're a fan.
I guess so. I can say I'm a fan of his music. I'm not a fan of Drake and who he is or whatever, but I do like the music that he makes.
What you mean?
Like who he is
we can
outside
talk about this later.
outside of the music. You know,
Does he
what I'm
make your
saying?
top
His
10?
antics.
My top 10?
Yeah.
I haven't thought. Nah, probably not.
Really?
Nah, probably not.
Fucking
Nah. I think he
Trying to take
he
those
would be in the top
boundaries
15. He'd be like in the top 15,
So Drake's
but he's not top
album will
10.
make the top 10.
Nah, not top 10.
We're listing
Not this
top
year.
15 on the site.
Well, I can't remember if he said he liked the album though.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
No, it was cool. It had some tracks on there I still don't mess with, but
You did say that.
there's songs on there like 305 in My City. That's the song that I despised when I first heard it, but it just grew on me. I'm like, okay, I like that shit.
Hey, any final thoughts on anybody?
No, I mean, Wale, if you want to see us about our list, come see us, man. That's all I gotta say.
Damn, better than mine.
You know what I'm saying?